Hey YouTube, what is up? We're back. It's been a minute. I know it has. Been busy with work, and the little bit of time that I had to work on the truck, really just wanted to focus on getting the front end in, get it straight so it'll run right. But here is the little update. So as you can tell, we've got it in. Like I said, about 80%. Front sway bar needs hooked up, and these back bushings, they need turned. They got to cut them, turn them, re-weld them, and then the little plates, these plates needed welded into place. But that's what's going on so far. The ride height's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The difference in ride height with a stock rear and the Crown Vic front, I know it's a mess, but that is what's going on. Here this week, plan on finishing up the front end, finish up with the sway bars, finish up with the back bushings, and then the cab will be coming off. Frame will get rolled out, sprayed down, prepped for putting PR15 on it. It'll rust encapsulator, just make it look good. And all right, moving our way to the back, or to the cab. So like I've said before, floorboards, they're pretty shot. But we have new ones for that. New floor pans, new front cab mounts, and then the bed will be coming off, and all of that cleaned up, painted. I'll probably end up painting the bed sides too, the insides of the beds. But that is just a little bit of what I've been up to this past week while I've been away from YouTube. A trailer brake controller have to be wired in there too. Just some other things, more routine items. But before we go on big long trips, I'll probably end up recording that. But just some maintenance items, checking over transmission, engine, make sure front end's good. But other than that, that's really all for tonight's upload. I appreciate it. If you guys like what you're seeing, like and follow. Hey YouTube, all right, we're gonna continue the video. This is just the update, the what's gonna happen in the future, just for this first year of the build. So got the Crown Vic front end. Obviously that was a big part of it. Check that off. We're back to a roller. We have a rolling frame now, so that's a plus. So a couple weeks back, we'd found out do need new pistons, and so we're getting the Pro LS, just the standard bore piston and connecting rods for it. Just for now, just wanting to get it running. Like I said in previous videos, wanting to go to a couple things this year. So it's going to be a stock, naturally not stock. It's going to be as stock as I make it, but it's going to be a naturally aspirated engine for now. We're going to go with the Brian Tooley, a stage 3 truck cam. Stage 2 or stage 3, honestly, I've not made my mind up. Been talking to them about it, trying to figure out some certain things. So we're going to go with, we're not going to put a fuel tank in it. We're not going to put one of the, a lot of people put, I can't remember what year it is, but it's a Mustang, older Mustang fuel tank. We're just going to go with a standard 20-gallon fuel cell in the bed. All right, continuing on with the video. So we're getting a new wiring kit. Not new headlights this year, as foreseen. It's got alright headlights, unless just something happens. Needs new tail lights. We'll be rewiring the whole thing. Ended up cutting out all the wiring, just makes it easier. There's a kit. Can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll look that up, and I'll probably link it down in the comments. But it rewires the whole truck, gets a new modern fuse block. Not the best at these, YouTube, as you can tell. We're gonna get a new radiator. There's just some standard LS conversion radiator for now. We're not gonna be making that much horsepower for the time seen, so no needed for extra exercise cooling. just cooling radiator and for the transmission. It's gonna be running on Holley. Got a Holley, the Dominator, run the engine and transmission. Holley makes really good stuff. Very tunable, and it's a great base for wanting to go up to more horsepower. Eventually, I do want this truck to end up seeing possibly 4 digits of horsepower. We'll see with what 500 gives us and see what I'm feeling after that. We're going to put one of the ratchet style shifters off of Holley's website on the truck for the 4L80. And it's going to eventually get some the Holley digital gauges. The analog gauges will get a blank slate plate. And I'll link these websites down below. Need to tag them just so you guys, if anyone has any questions, I'm always open to comments. I'm not always on here all the time, but I will try and get to your comment. Headers, found just some LS truck headers, big long tube for now. Continuing on with the list, the BTR top end kit, that's valve cover, gaskets, head gaskets. There's a couple other gaskets and some other top end things to finish out the engine, but that'll be coming later. Brian Tooley, I've heard a lot of good things. The blue truck that might eventually be on this channel, try and get a couple videos with him. But that is my wife's cousin. That's his truck, and that's what I'm basing this truck off of. That's who's helping me with it for the most part. But he has a lot of Brian Tooley and his truck, and then it's always seemed to perform really well. So this is the other additions. This is more just for later. So the Mustang rear end, that's going to be coming more than likely this winter as a bigger project. But we'll have that put in the rear. We're going to end up putting a big brake kit on it eventually down the road. We're going to get new wheels and tires, get the Mustang wheels, or other wheels that are just a little bit bigger, can handle the 14-inch conversion. The electric steering rack, that's another one the blue truck, the blue 67 has. We're going to get the AC blank, the radio blank slate from another website. I'll tag it. It's the same website as the blank slate gauge cluster. New steering wheel, quick disconnect. That's more just a me thing. Really, I always have wanted a quick disconnect steering wheel, and with a race truck, why not? And probably this will probably be a year or two down the road. Compound turbos and a two-step. Like I said, a lot of these things are just the optional stuff, the stuff that I like, the things that I like to make it cool, because I like to party, and the two-step and turbos, not for everybody, and but that's just a me thing, and that's just on down the road. As with that, more couple new car shows. I'm wanting to eventually get down to, I think it's Grand Nationals in Sevierville this winter, or not this winter, this fall. That'll be interesting. Other than that, there's some things on the daily that I've got to get done to haul the truck. Somehow my truck did not come with a 7-pin wiring harness, and you figure as a 2014, it'd come with one. I've seen cars with 7-pin wiring harnesses, but I have to do that.